Sports Scene is proudly brought to you by Telecom PNG Limited.
Good evening, Papua New Guinea, and welcome to this week's program. Glad you could join us. Tonight's a very special program as we bring to you the tour of Rugby League World Cup trophy, courtesy of Oil Search. But before we kickstart the show, here's a look at the weekend's sporting briefs.
On Sports Brief tonight, NRL Telstra Premiership was put on hold to accommodate the Anzac and the Pacific Test in Sydney over the weekend. In the Anzac Test last Friday, the Kiwis were sent scrambling in a home-side affair by the Aussies. The Aussie Kangaroos beat the Kiwis 30 points to 12 to maintain their 5-year winning streak. Unfortunately, this victory came at a cost for the St. George Illawarra Dragons fullback Josh Dugan, who may sit out the next few rounds, including the State of Origin Game 1. Dugan was forced off the field in the 48th minute after a bone-breaking collision with Dragons teammate and Kiwi prop Russell Packer.
Oh yeah, Packer's melon got him flush on what appears to be the right.
Apparently, this is the second time this year Packer collided with Dugan, which resulted in injury. Earlier this year in the Telstra Premiership Round 3, Dugan was at the receiving end of an accidental blow during Packer's attempt to tackle Cronulla Sharks' Paul Gallen. Though Kangaroos coach Mal Meninga says Dugan is currently in surgery and they are yet to assess the extent of the injury. Now to the Pacific Test, the LNG PNG Comals acquired a back-to-back victory on Saturday.
Nixon put on debut, it's Wontuck in Papua New Guinea.
Last year they beat the Fiji Batties 24-22. Now the Cook Islands, spoken of in the commentary as the side with more NRL experience, went under Comal pressure and eventually gave in with only 12 points to the name, while PNG had 32 points in the 80th minute.
Boas strikes it and he has kicked.
A great initiation to the Rugby League World Cup for PNG just months away. And in other matches, England proved too strong for Samoa with 30-10 win, while Tonga scraped off a 26-24 against the Batties.
Crashes over under the crossbar. Tonga goes wide.
And to the ICC T20 Women's East Asia Pacific World Cup qualifiers, the CPL PNG Lowers did it once again, beating Samoa by 9 wickets. Of the 6 matches they played, they only lost the second match to Samoa by 18 runs. After outing host Japan and Vanuatu in the round-robin format, the Lowers faced 2015 Pacific gold medalists Samoa, and this time did not let the bat go until the Samoans were all out. They now have one more chance to make an appearance in the World Cup and another shot at gaining a one-day international status. And in the PNG Golf Open, Queenslander Corey Crawford has won the first professional event of his career following a thrilling 6-hole playoff against fellow Queenslander Brett Ranking at the SB Brewery PNG Open. Crawford checked in a clubhouse leader after 72 holes at 10 under par and faced an ongoing wait for Brett Ranking to finish his round, who was also 10 under in the group behind him.
I didn't realise I was tied second until 5 minutes ago. When I looked at the leaderboard, I think there was a few guys at 9 under, so I thought I was maybe 5th or 6th, but that's nice. Nice to be in the last group, and hopefully I can put some pressure on Ray Bowfields. The course is playing tougher, it's a bit longer around here. It's a bit more rough than last week as well, so it is tougher, but scoring's still pretty good. I'm quite surprised at how many good scores there have been this week.
The Trophy House Harrows Dart Open tournament was held at the Vision City Mega Mall here in Port Moresby over the weekend. The one-day event attracted 128 registered participants who competed for the top prize of 2,500 kina.
So for this year, it's going to be 128 players, but it's going to be a yearly event. We expect this to be a yearly event. Prize money is 2,500 for the first prize, 1,500 for the second prize, and consolation prizes for the finalists.
The National Premier League had its round 2 of the season at the PNG Football Stadium here in Port Moresby. Admiralty FC managed to keep Hekari United at bay until the final whistle after conceding 2-1. Despite the loss, Admiralty coach Peter Sakals said he is proud of his team's efforts against a quality opponent such as Hekari.
Very good experience. All these boys, first time Lolo come to play Loris La surface. And no, Mangilo plays straight, the raw talent from the place. No NSL players for last year, except for two. That's Saint Sakail and Roger Savoa. They were the ones who got the team over here. And that's a new brand from the village. And I'm only come here, so only come experience. They were dreaming to play against Akari today. And we lost the game, but it's good.
A lot of improvement. We still have time for improvement. I'll work on that during our training days, and hopefully your boys can pick up, and will be a tough game again this weekend. Scoring goal is very important in a football match, and we need to put our chances away in order to a convincing win. But a 2-1 win today was a good win for us.
Yes, and what a great footy action there from the Kumuls, 32 points to 22 at full time. Now, how good were the Kumuls, Shane?
Actually, outstanding performance by Kumuls. Congratulations to Michael Marum and his coaching staff to actually bring the boys over and win in such a margin like this. Also in the other matches, should I mention, England also beat Samoa 30 points to 2, and Tonga outmatched Fiji 24 to 22. Yeah.
Wow. Well, we wish the PNG Kumuls all the best. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we've got more right here on Sports Scene.
Welcome back to Sports Scene. The Paul Barra Trophy, the prize trophy in Rugby League World Cup, made a short but very significant and historic visit to Papua New Guinea recently, courtesy of Oil Search Limited.
Now, during the brief visit, many Papua New Guineans from different walks of life had the opportunity to see and take photographs with the trophy. Take a look.
Rugby League history was created recently when the prestigious Paul Barra Trophy was brought to Papua New Guinea by Oil Search Limited. Oil Search Managing Director Peter Botten, at an occasion to announce Oil Search's platinum partnership of the 2017 Rugby League World Cup, expressed great satisfaction with his company's involvement in the event.
We'll put Papua New Guinea in the context of the rest of the world. It'll put Oil Search there, certainly, but it'll also put Papua New Guinea, its deep culture, its huge support for the game, into a world context. And I'm sure we'll have a lot of traction, a lot of reputational advancement, and really a fantastic support from around the world for what is 3 games in Papua New Guinea. We can't wait to see it happen, actually. We just can't wait. We're really excited about putting on the 3 games. We're really excited to have a full house of Papua New Guineans supporting the national team in the national game at the National Football Stadium. And we're really, really excited about that. I think it's going to be a fantastic atmosphere and venue for some great games.
As chairman of the National Football Stadium, Mr. Botten is excited the Rugby League World Cup trophy was coming to Papua New Guinea.
We'll all be supporting Richard and his team like you wouldn't believe to win those 3 games at home. The first time Rugby League World Cup's been brought to the country, and we share the nation's excitement about being part of this wonderful event. And at National Football Stadium, we're really pleased to be part of it, and we know we're going to put on a good show for not just our people in PNG, but also the world.
The Paul Barra Trophy is the ultimate prize in rugby league. It is presented to the winner of the Rugby League World Cup tournament. At a function held at the National Football Stadium to welcome the Rugby League World Cup trophy to Port Moresby, several speakers shared similar sentiments as Mr. Botten.
What's more exciting than seeing it personally is also knowing how many people in Papua New Guinea will be able to see it firsthand, just as we are going to see over the next couple of days. We all know PNG is a proud rugby league nation, and the Rugby League World Cup trophy is the most prestigious prize in international rugby league. So as a proud PNG company, it made sense for us to partner with the tournament organizers to bring both the tournament and the trophy to PNG. It's exciting to know that bringing the trophy to PNG will allow more people to connect with the 2017 Rugby League World Cup.
The 2017 Rugby League World Cup will be an event that stops the nation. It will allow the people of Papua New Guinea to showcase their pride at hosting a global sporting event, and will bring communities together like no other event could. As an official platinum partner of the Rugby League World Cup, Oil Search, having an incredibly strong community focus, have partnered with the organising committee to be the official naming rights partner of the 2017 Rugby League World Cup Trophy Tour. After the hugely successful tour of the Baton Relay during the Pacific Games, Oil Search were very committed and very excited to undertake a similar opportunity for the Rugby League World Cup.
The World Cup is the pinnacle event of the International Rugby League program. It is the dream of every child that loves and plays our sport to play in the Rugby League World Cup or to watch and partake in the festivities and celebrations of the pinnacle event of the greatest sport on earth. This event has an additional special significance for PNG because this is the only country in the world where rugby league is the national sport. Hosting the World Cup in PNG will allow the people of PNG to share their passion and love for the game with the rest of the world.
Sports Minister Justin Chechenko officially launched the Oil Search Rugby League World Cup Tour in PNG.
It gives me absolute great pleasure to officially launch the Oil Search Trophy Tour. Well done, and may this trophy travel around through the realms of our country, showing the World Cup to our people and rugby supporters of Papua New Guinea. Heriadai!
All right, great stuff there. We'll take a short break now, and coming up next, we have more on the Paul Bearer Trophy as it continues to tour, and message from Oil Search PNG Trophy Ambassador Marcus Bai and Rugby League World Cup CEO Andrew Hill. Stick around. Welcome back. If you just joined us, you're watching Sports Scene, bringing you to a special edition of Rugby League's top prize, the Paul Bearer Trophy, on its recent visit to Papua New Guinea. Oil Search PNG Trophy Ambassador Marcus Bai and Rugby League World Cup CEO Andrew Hill took time to speak to Papua New Guineans at various locations in Port Moresby. Take a look.
The brief visit of the Paul Bearer Trophy to Port Moresby was a historic one, as this was the first time the trophy has ever been in Papua New Guinea. Straight after its arrival on April 27th from Sydney, the trophy was taken to Oil Search head office in downtown Port Moresby and assembled together before it went on display at a few designated places in the city.
So can I thank you, can I acknowledge the work that you do for the organisation? Because we only ever partner with the best. We're very fortunate to be in a position where rugby league is in such a dominant position, and to be able to put your logo next to our logo is fairly significant. not just here in PNG, but around the world. Around the world we'll be seeing our two logos together, and I think that's really important. So thank you for your patience. Sorry it took a little while to bring this trophy over. Can I encourage you to come and get a photo? Just please don't touch, but get as close as you want. Put your hands on the board, but just not the trophy. Can I ask you for one favour? Can I ask that everyone in this room and those down the hallway that can hear the voice become advocates for the World Cup? What we want you to do is to help us sell the benefits of having the Rugby League World Cup here. As I said, not just about 3 lots of 80 minutes of football. This is about national pride. It's about pride in the organisation that you work for. It's about the pride that you have in yourself and your families and your children. And it's about aspiration. We can do things in this part of the world, in PNG, if we all work together. And we will be showcasing these games to over 25 million people.
There were several events staged in the city, including a tour of 2 local Motuan villages for people to view the original silverware firsthand. Everywhere the trophy went during the 2 days, it was greeted with a huge welcome. Being the host city of the 3 Rugby League World Cup matches, the World Cup trophy also visited the City Hall.
Can I ask that you all become Rugby League World Cup ambassadors for me?
Then later there was a brief stopover at the National Parliament and Bora Bora Primary School.
Thank you for the organizing committee who made it possible for this trophy to arrive here at Bora Bora Primary School.
Afterwards, the delegates and Oil Search staff toured Porabada and Hanuabada villages, 2 villages over the years that have produced a number of Kumul players.
First man kami introduce him di Plus Dari Kovai mi sapla mi start lo grade 6 na mi looking o photo blongen lo post Korea lo time blongen mi representing Papua New Guinea inside long lo North Sydney Bears na Newcastle start time only start lo 1988 na as well long the rest of the world representing Papua New Guinea, one of the only Papua New Guineans.
The Oil Search Rugby League World Cup ambassador, Marcus Bai, was full of praises for young school children and village people.
I encourage you young kids, young boys and girls, and obviously some of us who come from the village and make it all the way to NRL and being in overseas now for many years. I encourage you young boys and girls to be able to work hard at school, play sports, but play sports honestly. Play the game fair and square, respectfully, respect your opponents. You respect the rules and the regulations of the game. Now, if you do that, it's easy for you to be selected and to be one of the boys sitting up here.
That is explosive. Mahe for Noah goes in again. First to Thursday. Fatima! Has scored for the Kangaroos! What a moment! What a display of excellence by Australia! The best that rugby league can offer.
Yes, and that was Marcus Bai, Oil Search PNG Trophy Tour Ambassador, speaking while visiting various locations around the city. It's time now for a quick break, but up next, an exciting news from Oil Search Limited for you watching at home, especially to those living in the outside centres other than Port Moresby. So make sure you stay in tune for that right after the break.
Welcome back to Sports Scene. The good news from Oil Search is that they have announced during the tour of Paul Barrett Trophy that there will be an extended version of the tour. Now a chance for those of you in outside centres, an opportunity of a lifetime to see and touch the Paul Barrett Trophy. Not many people get a chance like that.
The Rugby League World Cup trophy's brief visit to Port Moresby coincided with the Queensland Rugby League Intrust Cup match between the PNG SP Hunters and Northern Pride on Saturday, April 29th. In the morning, the trophy went on display at Vision City Shopping Mall, and the major highlight was later in the afternoon at the National Football Stadium. The trophy was taken around the Rugby League ground at halftime and was available for viewing later in the Oil Search and other corporate boxes in the main stand. Oil Search is now planning an extended tour to some other provinces of PNG when the Rugby League World Cup trophy returns to the country ahead of the PNG LNG Kumul's 3 home games at the National Football Stadium in Port Moresby. Oil Search Executive General Manager, Stakeholder Engagement, Geria Aupi, explains further on the extended trophy tour.
Tonight I would like to also announce that not only will Oil Search be bringing the trophy to Port Moresby this week, we will also be bringing the trophy to rugby league followers across the country, including Lae, Medain, Kokopo, Mount Hagen, Goroka, just to name a few, during September and October of this year. So get ready, PNG. The Rugby League World Cup trophy is coming your way. The following few days are just a taste of what Oil Search Trophy Tour will be like later in the year. The main tour during September, October will be a reminiscence of the successful Oil Search Games Relay in 2015, which was a very exciting time both for PNG and Oil Search. Once again, I would like to thank you all for coming tonight to mark the start of what is going to be a historic occasion. I would also like to acknowledge the Rugby League World Cup team and the PNG NRL and thank them for their support in making this happen. We look forward to continuing the partnership with them throughout the Oil Search Trophy Tour and the Rugby League World Cup tournament as we bring our Platinum's partnership and showcase PNG as a world-class hosting partner.
Oil Search PNG Communications Manager, Ruth Warham, said the extended Oil Search Trophy Tour would be similar to the 2015 Oil Search Pacific Games Baton Relay.
Through the sponsorship and the partnership of Oil Search with the Rugby League World Cup for the 2017 tournament, we were able to bring the original Paul Barrier Trophy to Papua New Guinea. Although it was only here for a few days, it's a historical event in itself, in that there's only 4 other countries that have lifted that trophy. That's Australia, New Zealand, France, and England. And Papua New Guinea is the only country that hasn't won the tournament but has had the trophy visit our country. So it was on display for the public. It's a good reception. Many kids came and had a look at the trophy, some of them wanting to be future rugby league players. And having the Paul Barrier Trophy in the country, we hope will inspire a lot of them to one day become a hunter or a kumul and represent Papua New Guinea. Having Marcus Bai at the stadium at the Vincent City as well for the public display was also an added bonus. And a lot of the kids also got to meet Marcus and take a photo with the Paul Barrier Trophy. Such Pacific Games Relay in 2015 did a nationwide tour and gathered a lot of support for Team PNG. Everywhere we went, people were supporting Team PNG. Go Toya Whistler, go Ryan Finney. We want that same level of support for our PNG Kumuls when they play the 3 games at home at the National Football Stadium. So if you're in Lae, if you're in Medang, if you're in Kokopo, here in Arawa, Buka, the trophy is coming to your way. Full announcements of the details of the full extended tour will be announced later in the year.
Go PNG Commons!
It's outstanding stuff there. Now, as mentioned, there are two parts to the Oil Search PNG Trophy Tour. The first was the short visit, which will be followed by an extended visit in September and October ahead of the Cumulus Pool Games in the country.
Now, the extended tour will follow the same concept as the successful 2015 Oil Search Pacific Games Relay, bringing the spirit of Rugby League World Cup across Papua New Guinea and generating support for our team, the LNG Cumulus. So look out, PNG, the Oil Search Rugby League Trophy Tour is coming to a place near you.
Yes, and a fantastic opportunity brought to you by Oil Search PNG Limited. Another chance for the Paul Bearer Trophy to come back through the country.
Well, it's going to be exciting, Shane, if this cup comes back to Papua New Guinea again.
Yeah, definitely, and we'll be playing hosting 3 matches here in Papua New Guinea. So yeah, unfortunately, time has caught up with us. If you'd like to view this episode again, you can visit EMTV online, go to program and go to sports scene. If you have any queries or sports related activities taking place in your area and would like us to cover, you can send us an email to sports@emtv.com.pg, or you can visit us at Boroko Garden City Level 2.
Now, just before we go, a special thank you to Oil Search Limited for sharing the Rugby League World Cup top prize, the Paul Bearer Trophy Tour, to Papua New Guinea.
And from all of us here in Sports Scene, it's a very good night to you all.
Sports Scene was proudly brought to you by Telecom PNG Limited.